Whatever we perceive our reality to be, that's what our future will be.
Today, for the first time in a decade, a camera crew is allowed to enter the Riker's walls to document an unusual contest, a head-to-head clash between Riker's inmates and a legal team led by top attorneys. But this battle will be fought with neither fists nor legal strategies, but with ideas.
No disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace. I formerly was a criminal. I formerly was in prison. I'm not ashamed of that. You never can use that over my head.
Is it better to rob a bank than to work for McDonald's? The leader and first for the Affirmative team, Tom Morgan. Tom is a senior vice president at Smith Barney and syndicated talk show host.
For most crimes committed in America, something like only 15% of the people ever get into jail. So the odds are in your favor. We're in capitalism, which means you gotta have capital. Capital is robbing a bank. Capital ain't $6 an hour. Capital is 100 grand. And you do something with that in capitalism. Everybody said, they didn't read this, they said working at McDonald's. No, you're working for McDonald's. When you got capital, you're working for yourself. When you're working at McDonald's, you're working for McDonald's. Big difference. And also, life is an opportunity to distinguish yourself. How do you give meaning to your life? How do you distinguish yourself? You do something unique. Going to McDonald's, unique? Hell no, millions of people have gone that route. That's not unique. How many people rob a bank? Very few. Very few. That's a way to distinguish yourself. You might say to me, hey, I can distinguish myself. I can climb Mount Everest. And I would say the odds are bad. Most of the people who try to climb Mount Everest hurt their lungs. A good many of them die. So those are bad odds at distinguishing yourself. Good odds to rob a bank. Good odds to commit a crime. The average murderer only serves 5.5, 6 years in this country. Murder! Robbing a bank, hey. The odds are with you. I'm in the investment business. I got to advise people about odds all the time. There's a guy came to me and said, hey, should I put my money on him? He's going to go work for McDonald's, or on him? He says he's going to rob a bank. I say, him. Him. That's a better investment. Let's go with the odds. And I would say, get even. Get even with the system. Go with the odds.
Up last for the negative team, Herbert Berry. Herbert was incarcerated for sales of narcotics.
What if your son, your daughter, any child that you love came to you and said, Dad, Mom, I'm thinking about robbing the bank. What should I do? Should I rob a bank or should I get a job at McDonald's? Just think about that for a minute. This is a child that you nurtured. This is a child that you loved. What would be your answer to that child? Would you tell your child, yes, child, your son, yes, daughter, rob the bank. You might do well. Or would you tell that child, get your butt, go to McDonald's, work your way up, work your way as a stepping stone to something bigger and better for yourself? Which answer would you give that child? He was talking about being ordered around at McDonald's. The manager telling you, look, do this, do this, do that, do this. Okay. Would you rather for him to be telling you that and you can go home at 4 or 3? Or would you rather be in here for the officers telling you that? When you can't go home, you have to do what they say. Think about it. See, only thing I can do is put it on myself. I know right now, if I had an option to work at McDonald's today, for that manager to order me around and I can go home at 3 o'clock, let me go. However you perceive, whatever you perceive your reality to be, whatever we perceive our reality to be, that's what our future will be. If you perceive yourself as a person that can only have an option of robbing a bank, that's what your future will be, in jail. For me, I can't, that is no option. I can't even perceive that concept. Adversity makes a man look at himself. When you look in the mirror at yourself, what do you want to see? When other people look at you, what do you want them to see? Do you want them to see an upstanding young man that's trying to do something with himself, trying to better his life? Do you want them to continually see a thug? What do you want out of your life? What do you want for your life? Is it better to rob a bank than working at McDonald's? Ask yourself that question. I don't think it's an option. Matter of fact, I really don't think there's anything to talk about. Thank you.
It's the choice that you make in life that's going to help you change. And if you don't want to change, you're going to continue to make the wrong choices.
I always think of that scene in Dumbo where Jiminy the Crow gives Dumbo the magic feather, and he knows Dumbo can already fly. He knows Dumbo has it in him, but Dumbo doesn't believe that he can fly until he gets the magic feather. And then he gets pushed off the top of the ladder by the mouse, and he flies with the magic feather in his trunk. And after a while, he discards the magic feather.